Hello, and welcome to the cabin. It's early evening, and we have our table set for the mood. And tonight we have our guest back with us, Skyward Watcher. Welcome, Skyward Watcher, back to the cabin for another story. And we've, of course, got our winter scene and hot cups of tea. And you have a story for us tonight, Skyward Watcher?
I do. This one here I'm going to talk about was happened in Texada Island on the coast of British Columbia, Canada.
Okay, very good.
There was a bunch of us kids. Mom took us, I think there was 3 of us at the time, 7 in total at the end, but 3 at the time. We went to visit some people on farmland. And I remember playing outside and then they called us in. Probably had dinner or whatever, and then they sent all the kids to one room so they could go to sleep. And I'm thinking, geez, all of us in this one room going to sleep. Well, you can't put a bunch of kids in one room and expect there not to be chaos, especially when everybody lives on farms, so your friends are far away usually.
Yeah, happy to see each other.
Yeah, so when you get together, you're just, laughing, giggling, mischievous. So yeah, so they kept telling us, get to bed, go to sleep. And all of a sudden there was something at the window tapping. And then it let out a big roar.
Aye.
And we all screamed and went running out of that room, just frightened. I mean, the fear just overtook us. And I remember the men in the house, they went outside to look around, but they didn't see anything. Now, as I got older, I thought back to those days.
Yeah.
I thought, was that them trying to scare us to get to sleep? But it backfired. We were all so scared we come flying out of here.
Or,
sure we're not going to bed.
or it could have been something else.
Yeah, it could have been. Which I know about now with my age as well. So, I can't remember if we seen something in the window. And the room was so small, it was like the window was right there. It was a little higher. But then we're kids, though, everything seems higher to us.
Yeah.
But it was scary. And I don't remember after that if we went home with our parents or if we did finally settle into that room. All I remember is the fear, how frightened we were after it happened.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
those kind of things, they just stick in your memory, right?
Yeah, and Texada Island is not that big, but it's not that far from the mainland. Bears can swim over.
Oh, yeah.
Sasquatch can swim over.
You never know. Well, look at Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
The ratio of bear per square mile per how many humans populate it. It's a dangerous place to be. There's a lot of black bears on Vancouver Island.
I did see a documentary where they swim to the island.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that was a good story because kids kids are the innocence one. They don't have any agenda to make nothing up. They everybody together experienced it, and you remember it for the rest of your life. There's a lot of stories I hear now in old guys like, yeah, 1967, they just didn't feel comfortable coming forward, and now they do. So you're hearing a lot of stories from the 60s and 70s and so on. And yeah, it's interesting to hear all the stuff that people have actually been experiencing all of this for decades, if not hundreds of years.
Oh, yeah. Like when I think back to 1967, I was 7.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say I was about 6. And we were all kind of the same age in that room. So that's 58 years ago, and it stuck to me to this day.
Yeah.
It's the fear factor, right?
Yeah, you remember it because of the fear attached to it too. Well, thanks for that story. That was a really good true story of something that you've experienced. And we're going to have more stories. We're going to cut for a break, and we'll be right back with more short stories. November is Short Story and Writers Month, and we'll be coming back with Skyward Watcher for another story. Stay tuned.